You buy groceries, not luxury groceries, just normal things. Eggs, bread, chicken, fruit, something for the house. And by the time you reach the checkout, something in you already feels tired. Not just your wallet, you. Because it is not only the number on the screen, it is the feeling under it. The feeling that normal life now asks for too much. You pay rent, you fill the tank, you replace one broken thing, you try to be responsible, and somehow, even after doing the right things, you still do not feel safe. That is the strange part. It is not just the life is expensive, it is that normal life feels expensive. Basic life, ordinary life, the kind of life that was supposed to feel manageable. And if you have felt this lately, you need to hear something early. You are not weak. You are not irrational. You are not bad with money, just because small costs feel heavy now. There is a reason this hits so deeply. Because money is never just math. Money is safety. Money is room to breathe. Money is the feeling that if something goes wrong, your life will still hold. And when normal life starts eating more of that safety, your mind does not react like a calculator. It reacts like a person trying to stay steady. That is why this feeling gets emotional. You are not only paying for groceries, you are paying for uncertainty. You are not only paying a bill, you are paying for the fear that another one is coming right behind it. And if that feeling stays long enough, it starts changing the way you think, the way you spend, the way you save, the way you plan, the way you rest, even the way you see yourself. Because beneath this feeling, there are deeper patterns, quieter patterns, the kind that shape how adult life feels in your body, not just on your bank statement. So before we go deeper, notice this. Maybe normal life feels so expensive now, not only because prices went up. Maybe it is also because the emotional cost went up. Number one, your brain does not measure cost only in dollars. It also measures cost in stress. That is why two people can spend the same amount and feel completely different afterward. One person buys groceries and moves on. Another person buys the same groceries and feels a drop in their chest. Not because they cannot afford food, but because their brain is already tracking everything else: rent, debt, repairs, future bills. What could go wrong next month? Research in behavioral economics has shown that people feel losses more strongly than gains. Daniel Kahneman helped make this idea widely known. In simple words, your brain hates losing more than it enjoys winning. So when prices rise, your mind does not only see cost, it sees shrinking safety, less room, less backup, less protection. That is why a normal purchase can feel bigger than it looks. Because the money now means more than the item. It means what that money could have protected you from later. Number two, when life feels expensive for too long, your mind starts living in preparation mode. You compare prices, you delay buying things you need, you leave things in carts, you think, maybe later, maybe next week, maybe I should wait. From the outside, and this can look like overthinking, but often it is your system trying to create safety. A part of you starts acting like hard times are always nearby, even if you are functioning, even if you are working, even if things are technically okay. That is what scarcity does. It trains your mind to prepare before pain arrives. A part of you is always preparing for hard times, and that changes your relationship with ordinary life. A dinner out becomes a question. Should I be doing this? A new pair of shoes becomes a debate. Can I justify this? Even rest gets affected. You are sitting still, but your mind is still doing math in the background. That is why people can earn more than before and still feel poor inside. Because emotional safety does not rise as fast as expenses, and sometimes it does not rise with income at all. Number 3. Modern adult life comes with too many invisible costs. That is one reason normal life feels so expensive now. It is not only rent, not only food, not only gas, it is the pile-up, insurance, phone bills, parking, subscriptions, repairs, gifts, health costs, and then the hidden costs under all of that. Decision fatigue, mental load, the cost of replacing what breaks, the cost of one small convenience when you are too tired to do the cheaper thing. Studies in neuroscience suggest that when stress stays high for too long, the brain becomes more protective and less flexible. It tries to save energy. It becomes more watchful. So when life gets full of invisible costs, your brain does not respond with endless discipline. It responds with fatigue. And fatigue creates more pressure. You buy takeout because you are exhausted. You avoid checking the account because your mind is full. You put off decisions because even simple choices feel heavy. Then afterward, you judge yourself for it. But the truth is, you are not being careless. You are carrying too much. Many adults are not only paying more, they are carrying more. Number 4, comparison now enters your life almost every day, quietly, constantly. You open your phone and see someone traveling, someone renovating, someone buying a place, someone making adult life look smooth. And even if you know it is filtered, something still happens inside. You look at your own life, and it starts to feel smaller, more strained, more behind. This is where the pain gets deeper. Because now, it is not only about cost, it is about identity. You start wondering if you missed something, if other people are managing better, if you are doing adulthood wrong. And this creates a quiet kind of shame, not loud shame. You are paying bills, you are trying, you are being responsible. But you still do not feel ahead. For a lot of people, the old promise was simple: work hard, be sensible, stay disciplined, and life will slowly feel more secure. For many adults now, that bargain feels broken. And that hurts more than people admit. Because it shakes your trust in the future. It shakes your trust in effort. It shakes your sense of what adulthood was supposed to feel like. Number 5. Careful minds suffer more in fast systems. And modern money systems are fast. Fast prices, fast payments, fast decisions, fast comparison, fast pressure. But not every mind is built for speed. Some people are naturally more cautious, more reflective, more long-term. Personality research shows that some people are more sensitive to uncertainty and more tuned in to possible problems. These people often notice cracks before other people do. That can make you thoughtful, prepared, responsible. But in a world that rewards speed, that same trait can make you feel late. Evolutionary psychology suggests that human groups survived not only because of bold people, but because of careful people too. The watcher mattered. The one who paused mattered. The one who noticed danger mattered. In older environments, that kind of mind protected the group. Today, that same mind can feel out of place. Because now the world often rewards the person who acts quickly, spends easily, and looks unbothered. Meanwhile, careful people feel every cost twice, once in money, and once in meaning. And yes, there is a painful part here. Sometimes caution makes life smaller. Sometimes it makes you delay comfort, delay joy, delay useful purchases, delay living. That is the quiet ache underneath all of this. Not just I cannot afford more, but I do not know when I will finally feel safe enough to breathe. If that is you, here is the deeper reframe. Maybe you are not simply bad with money. Maybe you are a financial observer, a cautious strategist, a long-term builder in a system that keeps rewarding short-term confidence. That does not mean every habit is helping you. Some still come from fear. Some still make life tighter than it needs to be. But naming the pattern changes the story, because shame says you are failing at adulthood. Understanding says your mind has been trying to protect you. That is a very different story. And when you understand the story, you stop fighting yourself in the dark. You start seeing why small costs hit hard, why normal bills feel emotional, why ordinary life feels heavier than it should. Not because you are broken, because your brain knows that money is tied to safety, and safety is never a small thing. So the next time you feel strangely tired after buying groceries, or guilty after replacing something basic, or quietly behind while doing everything you can, pause before you insult yourself. Pause before you call yourself bad with money. Ask a better question. What does this cost mean to my nervous system? Because sometimes the pain is not only about the number, it is about what the number threatens. Space, choice, protection, future calm. You are not weak for feeling that. You are human for feeling that. And maybe that is the real truth here. Normal life feels so expensive now because the price is not only financial anymore. It is emotional. It is mental. It touches your sense of safety, your sense of adulthood, your sense of whether effort still leads somewhere. You are not broken. You are wired for depth. You are living in a time where ordinary life asks for more emotional strength than people can always see. So here's the question to leave with tonight. Are you really bad with money? Or have you just been trying to build safety in a world that keeps making normal life feel unstable? And if that question stayed with you a little longer than expected, subscribe. This channel is for people who want to understand not just their habits, but the deeper psychology underneath them.